Good morning. I'm jumping on early. Just a few minutes early. I hope you don't mind. Let me make sure that the chat box shows up. And we'll get right into this. Da-da-da. Oh, that showed up fast. Oh, my internet must be on top of it today. All right, I see a chat box. Awesome. All right, so how are y'all? I was just going to get right down to business, but first I want to find out how you're doing. Happy Saturday. I'm drinking a little chai tea this morning. Oh. If you hear a little hum, that's just the hum of my laptop. Yeah, my microphone's really good, so I'm sure it's going to pick it up. There's everyone. There's Annette and Perry and Megan and Mark and JC and Margie and Linda, Barb and Deb. Deb says, good afternoon. What? Where are you from, Deb? There's Jackie and Jordan. Awesome. Christine. Grandma Patty's here. Awesome. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce that. Isakon. Did I say that right? Sea Love. Trina. I can't. What is that? Teener? I don't have my glasses on. Teener. Sea Love. Stephanie's here. I'm doing good. How was your... Oh, y'all are talking to each other. Awesome. Christina's here. Another Stephanie's in the house. Tasha, Shelly, Marta. I'm so glad y'all are here this morning. Okay, so I better get busy. So what I want to share with y'all today, and I want some help with, I got two things. I want to share something, and I want to give you some homework. So the first thing I would love for us to talk about this morning would be, I want to share with you quick lunches that I make around here when my days are busy. Even though I work from home, my schedule is consumed with work. I don't get to lay around and eat bonbons and just do whatever I want to do, except my work, which I love to do. Anyways, I'm pretty busy. And so when I get hungry, sometimes I don't want to stop down and eat. I just want to get right back to work. I want to put something in my face and just get right back to work. But I don't want to sabotage my good eating habits with just shoving junk in my face. So I have to make a point of keeping my refrigerator stocked with healthy options to reach for. And some of those things for me that help me make quick healthy lunches is making sure I have potatoes on hand, making cooked potatoes on hand, making sure I have cooked rice on hand, that maybe I've already pre-chopped my lettuce and toppings that I would put on a salad, that kind of thing, and just having them all ready in containers so that I can just kind of run out of my office, run into the kitchen, throw some stuff in a bowl, and then either microwave it or just eat it right there and there, right there. So I wanted to give this first clip I want to share with you is something I just kind of threw together this last week that was pretty good, and then I want to show you past fast and easy lunches that I've put together for myself that I really, really enjoy. I don't eat them like in a rotation. They're just things that I threw together. There are no recipes here. A couple of them, you'll see a Moroccan stew. There is a recipe for that one back. I believe the Moroccan stew recipe is under its YouTube video. There is a YouTube video for that one, so you can get the recipe under it. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about today. Now, for your homework, here's what I'd like to do. We were talking about this yesterday in our live, kind of impromptu live call, is I would like for y'all to share with me healthy, quick lunches that you enjoy. And what I'd like to do is take those healthy, quick lunches that we all enjoy and put them into a PDF that we could all share with our plant-based newbie friends, okay, or anyone that we meet online that's new to eating plant-based, and you might, pick up that they're kind of stuck and they don't know what to eat for lunch, or they don't know what to take to work, and those types of things. So I'd like for you to share those recipes with me and send them to my email address, jill@simpledailyrecipes.com, and then make sure that they're in a traditional recipe format. So there's a title, how much the recipe makes, the list of ingredients in the order that the recipe is prepared, and then clear, easy to understand directions that follow. You don't have to bullet the directions. You don't have to say step 1, step 2, step 3. Just separate the steps by paragraphs. That works, and then give them to me in that format, so that way I can quickly copy and select, or I can select and copy the recipe into a PDF, and then I'll turn that into a beautiful PDF, and we'll put that on the Simple Daily Recipes online bookshop at simpledailyrecipes.com/bookshop, and then I'll put that up there for free, so you can download it and then share it out to whoever you meet. Does that sound like a good plan? Oh, and I have a special treat just for y'all, everyone who catches this live show this morning. I came up with a little treat. I love y'all, and I just wanted to treat y'all a little bit. I created a discount for my online bookshop. So this morning, starting this morning until Monday midnight, I have a discount of 10% off your entire order of anything that you purchase on my online bookshop. So if you'll go over there, if you don't have all my PDFs, or you've just kind of been waiting around, now's your chance to save a little money. So go over there to simpledailyrecipes.com/bookshop, pick out all the things that you want, and then here's your discount code. You ready? Eat more greens. Make it all one word. Eat more greens. Okay, and if you forget, if you'll look right underneath this video in the show more section where you usually find the recipes, I've put the discount code there, so you can just copy and paste it, and you're going to put that there'll be a box for discount codes at the checkout portion of the process. Okay, so I hope y'all enjoy that and take advantage of that. It expires Monday, the March 12th, 2018 at midnight. Okay, now let's get on to these recipes. I'm trying to avoid the sun. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Austin, and if I move forward, I get right into the sun, but it'll pass here in just a minute. That's it, and it doesn't have to be. I don't think it's cap sensitive. I made it all in lowercase. Okay, lowercase. Eat more greens. One word. So Natty, if you want to retype that, that would be great. Again, it's in the description, in the video description under. And then after Monday, if you're watching this video like 3 years from now, I will remove the discount code from underneath the video. It won't be there. So I'm sorry you missed it, but I'm sure there'll be something happening 5 years from now in the online bookstore. Okay. All right, let's get to this. I'm so excited. All right, let's jump over to the first lunch. This new lunch that I came up with this last week. Hold on. There we go. Spinach potato lunch, baby. This was good. This came straight out of my backside. Let me do it like this. Okay, let's see. This is super easy to throw together. Now, what had to happen first is I already had about 3 pounds of red potatoes cooked up in the refrigerator. I had pressure cooked them in the iPot. Whoop, whoop. And they were just waiting for me. And then I've been on a kick to up my greens. So Here, well, let me just jump into it. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm all out of order because I'm so excited. All right, is that working? Oh yeah, there we go. Hold on. It's coming. Hang on. This takes no time at all. Okay. All right, hold on. Let me move myself. Here. Okay, there we go. All right, so here's my big bowl. Whoops, sorry. My big bowl. My potatoes, I've got about 3 2.5-inch red potatoes cut up underneath all that frozen spinach. That's about 2 cups of frozen spinach right out of the bag. And then I took Bragg liquid aminos that I have a little liquid smoke in. I add liquid smoke to my Braggs. And I spritzed that. And then I added onion powder. And I sprinkled on some garlic powder. And you can see I'm just winging it. You know, this is not my first rodeo. I have been cooking for a very long time. So I just eyeball everything. And then to spice this up, I added a little cayenne pepper flakes. Because these are my 4 favorite flavors right now. Bragg's liquid aminos, liquid smoke, onion powder, or onion and garlic. I love those flavors. They remind me of, smoky bacon days without the gross smoky bacon. So I love having that. I wanted to have that. Did you ever used to make wilted spinach in the pan where you'd boil vinegar and put a little sugar in it and onions, and then you'd throw your spinach in there, and then you'd let you'd let it wilt. And I think you'd put bacon grease in there too, or something like that. I know that sounds gross, but back in the day, that used to be one of my favorite favorite things to make. A little side, not a lunch. Sorry. Anyways, you saw me put a fresh tomato on there, and then I microwaved this for 5 minutes, which you can't see on the microwave because my head's in the way. Sorry. Oh, look, there's Max. Hey, Max. My sweet boy. Okay, 5 minutes later, here it is. That was plenty of time to thaw the frozen spinach and get those potatoes nice and hot, which here I'm just checking to make sure that it's hot, and it is. And then I got the idea. I was like, well, let's not stop at just the onion powder, garlic, and cayenne. I was like, this really looks like I want some kind of salsa on there, but I was out of salsa. So I said, I'll do a deconstructed salsa. So I had the tomatoes. They were nice and hot. I added some chopped green onion tops. I had some chopped cilantro here. I bought these at the grocery store this last week just to treat myself to some pre-chopped vegetables, which I tell you has made putting food together a lot easier. Yes, I paid a little more, but I really like being able to just grab what I want and keep on going. And then I added some hot jalapeno slices. Oh. The only thing missing from this lunch was a little bit of unsweetened plain soy yogurt. That's what I needed. That's what, it was good, just like that. It's super low fat, high carb, yummy, delicious, totally filling. I almost couldn't finish it, but it was so, so good. But if you wanted to, you're not counting your fat or anything like that, I would highly suggest putting a little unsweetened yogurt on top of that. Oh, so good. Oh, so good. Mm. Jackie says, spinach salad with hot bacon dressing. Oh, that sounds wonderfully evil. I like that. Oh, Grandma Patty says Swiss chard is great wilted. I love it. I love it. Okay, so let me get into these. Let me jump into these other salads. Oh, Jacqueline Gross says this is her first time here. I have learned so much, loving it. Welcome, everyone who's new to the live broadcast. I am so glad you found us. We get together every Saturday morning to talk about recipes and hang out and answer questions. It's kind of like part food, part food voyeurism and then part lifestyle support. And we have a lot of fun. We try to do this in in about 30 minutes, so that way that you can still you have the rest of your Saturday to go do your thing. And I hope that every time you tune in, you're always inspired and you're always encouraged. Those are my goals, to inspire you and support you and encourage you any way I can. And you will find out that chatting in the chat room, you'll find out in the chat box, you are going to meet some of the sweetest, most supportive people on the internet. If you're new to eating plant-based and you're unsure what to do first, or you have questions about the diet itself, do not be afraid to ask anyone here. I tell you what, because these folks are fun and they are sweet and they understand because they started out new just like you're doing right now, and they're always happy to help and answer questions, and we don't judge. You don't even have to be plant-based to hang out here. If you're not plant-based, that's okay. We're still a fun-loving crowd and we welcome you here. Okay, now I'm going to get on to those other recipes. Okay, all right, let's jump to this other one. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I was on a potato and frozen veggies kick. I had gone to the grocery store and walked all the frozen fruit bags, frozen vegetable bags. These days, there's all these variations of mixed frozen vegetables that we have to choose from, which is totally cool. There's a, what's his name? There's like Tommy's Vegetables or something. There's a new vegetable medley brand. I think it's called Tommy's. And they have like root vegetables and super greens. They have all these labels, but they have like, Swiss chard and kale and collards mixed together in a bag, and then they're like lightly seasoned. Some of the Tommy's I think has a little oil, and they're not vegan, but they do have quite a variety of mixed frozen vegetables. So if you're in that camp where you're not oil-free yet, I'm telling you, these days getting interesting mixed frozen vegetables from the grocery store is at its height. It's really easy to do, and it makes putting lunch together really easy. But if you're trying to do the oil-free thing, then I like I am, then I highly recommend just getting your plain old frozen mixed vegetables, or buying the frozen vegetables in separate bags and then mixing them up in a bag, and then you can just pour them on. You can get it out of the freezer and just pour it out onto your bowls, and then quickly microwave them yourself. Kind of make up your own microwave vegetables. Uh-oh. Oh, what happened? Hold on. Shoo. Okay, so let's get onto this first one. Let me show you this one. Okay, so this was it's just like mixed frozen vegetables with corn, broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots. And what I did, the potatoes were already cooked. And so what I did is I took the frozen vegetables and I threw those up in the microwave, and I microwaved those for about 4 or 5 minutes. I didn't have a whole lot. I think I poured out probably about 2 cups of vegetables and microwaved those. I seasoned them with a little onion powder, and I think I had some garlic. I had onion flakes, and then I had garlic powder, and then I just did salt and pepper. I kept it really simple. But then what made the whole lunch interesting is that I had unsweetened plain soy yogurt, the stuff that we make in the iPot, and I had dressed that up with a little dill and parsley, dried dill, dried parsley, a little salt and pepper, and what else did I add in there? Might have added a little more onion powder. It was good. It was really good, kind of ranchy. I was shooting for like a ranchy flavor. And I mixed all that together and laid that yogurt on the bottom of my bowl. then dropped the potatoes on top, and then threw my hot vegetables on the side. My potatoes were warmed up too, but threw those hot vegetables on the side, and oh man, that was really good. Really, really good. So that was a fun lunch. Here's another good one. Oh, this is like one of my favorite salads. This is just this is a great example of you know, what you can do when you've prepped all your vegetables. Everything's already cut up. So here was just a bed of romaine lettuce, and then I buy cabbage already shredded up. So I threw some shredded cabbage on top. We had some broccoli florets. I had some baked tofu in the refrigerator. I had shredded carrots, and I threw that. And is there anything else? Yeah, I think that's it. That's it. And then on top of that is my favorite spicy peanut dressing, which you can find in my newest PDF on my online bookstore. So simpledailyrecipes.com/bookshop. Go over there and look for the 3 simple dressings PDF. I think it's about halfway down the page. It's brand new, and if you'll download that one, you can get this recipe from that one. So that is like, I could eat that every day. When I get in the mood to eat salad, like a cold salad for lunch, I will eat that until my dressing runs out. Okay, next one. Oh, this was a super filling lunch. I remember this. I made this quite a while back. The potatoes, that's a lot of potatoes. Let me just say, that's a lot of potatoes for a lunch. I did not eat all of those potatoes, but I put all those potatoes in the bowl just to make it look pretty. But by the time I killed off the middle, which is a chickpea salad, I couldn't quite get all those potatoes done. This is awesome. This is just a bed of leafy lettuce, and then I have chickpea salad on top of that. And then these are just, again, red potatoes that were already pressure cooked. I quartered them up, and then I just sprinkled a little smoked paprika on top. But all the flavor is in the chickpea salad. So if you have a favorite chickpea salad recipe, I highly recommend trying this out. If you don't, you can go over to my website, simpledailyrecipes.com, and do a search there. I know there's probably a couple of different chickpea salad recipes that you can try that are really good. They're great for sandwiches. They're great straight up, wrapped in lettuce. It's good. I love chickpea salad. Okay, next one. Oh, if y'all remember this, I showed off this Moroccan stew a couple of months ago. This is an excellent lunch. Oh my gosh, this is one of those, well, I think all soups are like this. I mean, pretty much everything's better tasting the next day, right? So this is Moroccan stew, and this is really good. You make it up in the Instapot. It's super easy. Most of the ingredients are come from a can. Like I used canned chickpeas. I used canned diced tomatoes. I just had to peel and cut the potatoes. And what did I use? I used sweet potato in that one. But if you like butternut squash, you could use that. It's a super simple recipe. And this one, like I mentioned earlier, if you'll look on here on our YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, look up Moroccan Stew. It's also in the Instapot recipes playlist, which I think is the second or third playlist down from on the front page here. If you'll look in there, it's fairly recent, so you can get the recipe for it under that video. That one's really good. I could eat Moroccan stew for days, but this is perfect if you're anywhere where you're still experiencing cold weather. Oh man, this is super filling. Or, you work in a cold office and you want something hot for lunch. I would highly recommend making this, putting it in your thermos, and taking it with you to work. Okay, next one. Okay, here's another one. Here is another, this is a lot of potatoes. I know, a lot of potatoes underneath everything, because you know what? Potatoes are easy for me to eat. I don't get tired of eating potatoes. It's the easiest vegetable. It's the easiest vegetable to prepare. It's the tastiest. It hits, for me, it is a comfort vegetable, and it keeps me full. It totally keeps me full. So starting my plate with a layer of potatoes or a layer of rice, I know that I'm going to stay full for a long time. So here is red potatoes. On top, I think I had a mix of spinach and collards and frozen. And then there's carrots and yellow bell pepper. Oh, I know what's on there. The yellow and the orange. There's carrots in there too. But the yellow and the orange are those mini peppers. Do you guys ever eat those? The mini peppers in the bags are like, what are they called? I think they're called sweet peppers. Mini sweet peppers. You can get them in organic or not organic. But they're really good. They're like little bell peppers, and they're really fun to eat. Pancho loves them. Every time I buy a bag, I have to share those with him. But anyways, I chopped those up roughly, threw those on top, and then I just microwaved the whole thing for 5 minutes. And then everything got steamy hot and just tender enough. I still had a little crunch to this bowl, but there was so much flavor there. And I think what I did on the spices is I just sprinkled a little Italian seasoning blend on top of that. And what was my salt? I might have just used plain old salt just to season that up. But that was a really good lunch right there. I'll have to do that again. That was a while since I did that. Okay, we're almost done. 2 more. Okay, and then here's another favorite. Oh my gosh. Now, if we're going to have somebody over to the house that's hesitant about eating plant-based or just kind of weary, I love to remind them about taco salad and how easy it is to make taco salad. So this is definitely, if you have somebody over that is like not sure that they're going to get enough to eat, eating at your house, make them a taco salad. So this is just a bed of, I think this was a mix of leafy lettuce, romaine lettuce, and then I drained a can of black beans. This is super easy for you. This is super easy for quick lunches. And, if you don't have beans on hand, always keep canned beans in your pantry. So I drained off the black beans. I don't think I rinsed them. I like the flavor that comes with the can. So I just drained the black beans. And then on top of that, we added salsa. That was the dressing. If you have an oil-free salsa, I highly recommend using it. We like Casina Fresca, which is I think it's a Texas salsa. So if you're in Texas, you shop at H-E-B, you can find Casina Fresca. We had sweet onion salsa here, but any oil-free salsa is good for us here. So the salsa is the dressing, and then drizzled on top of that is a little cashew cream. I wanted to make sure that there was a little satiety there, and so I just whipped up some cashew cream with a little dash of salt. That was it. It was just cashews in water and a dash of salt, blended in the NutriBullet, and then voila, that was really good. It's a nice balance to the watery salsa. So I drizzled that on top, and then and then there's like tortilla chips. Now the tortilla chips are not oil free, but they add a nice crunch. If you have baked tortilla chips, that works. Or if you make your own tortilla chips, that's even better. If you can make your own oil-free corn tortillas, that's awesome. If you can make your own oil-free corn tortilla chips from oil-free corn tortillas, that's even better. That's the ultimate. Anyways, crumble those on top, drop a couple of jalapenos, and boom, you have taco salad. And you can eat that for days, I'm telling you what. And those beans will keep you full. Make sure you go heavy on the black beans for this salad, and you'll stay full longer. Love cashew cream dressing, says Snap Vegan. Me too. Okay, last one. And it doesn't have potatoes in it. Oh, what? Oh, the sun is sunning on me. Okay, so here was a day where I didn't have leftover potatoes, but I had leftover jasmine rice. We had an Indian style dinner the night before, and there was plenty of rice left over, and I thought I'm gonna eat up that rice because I love jasmine rice. So I just filled my bowl with jasmine rice, and then here are those mini sweet peppers I just mentioned. I sliced those up. I had some sweet yellow onion. I sliced up a bunch of that, and then underneath that, that's just regular baby fresh spinach that I just kind of I ended up steaming the spinach first to get it wilted down enough so I could put it back on the bowl. So I took the spinach, put it in a bowl, added just a little splash of water to the bowl so I could have a little steam. I think I seasoned the spinach with a little Bragg's liquid aminos, and then microwaved it for like 3 minutes, just long enough to wilt the spinach. And then I added it to my rice, added those sliced bell pepper or those sliced mini peppers, the onions, and then popped it right back into the microwave, and then went like 5 minutes, which was long enough to get those peppers and onions tender enough for me to eat. And man, that was good. And I think I even added now this is fun because you can go anywhere with this. So sometimes you could go Italian. You could add an Italian spice blend to this and make it all Italian-y. Or if you have like some curry powder, a mild curry powder, that's really good with it. If you want to go do an Indian style dish and add like garam masala and coriander and curry and turmeric to it, you could do that. I mean, you could really go anywhere with this veggie combination. So play around with your spices. I think that's what makes these lunches fun to eat, because you really can just take the same vegetables, the same starch base, the rice or the potatoes, and then use the same greens that you love to eat, and then those same toppings that you love to eat day in and day out, and then keep them interesting by just changing your spice blends, and you can get through the week, which makes it economical, because if you can just have the same vegetables, a whole bunch of the same vegetables cut up, ready to go, then you won't feel, when you're putting lunch together, you can throw those together, but you don't have to feel like you're eating the same food every day, because you have different spices on there. You can get into vinegars. You could get into spritzing different vinegars on there to change their flavor. What else? You get into have a couple of different dressings to make that same food different. Even on the hot salads, I find that taking soy yogurt, a plain unsweetened soy yogurt, as my base to a dressing or a sauce, taking that and like adding crushed garlic to it, and letting the garlic marry up with the yogurt, and then from there adding spices to it, as I go along. Man, that's really good. Garlicky yogurt over rice or potatoes is amazing. I love it. And it's lower in fat than cashew cream. I mean, I love cashew cream, but sometimes I need to take a rest from the cashew cream. I guess back off a little bit. And so I like to use yogurt as a lower fat substitute. So things like that, just having those bases to play with is very helpful. Getting into salad dressings and having a variety of salad dressings in the refrigerator. You don't have to have like a whole 5 of them. If you have 2 or 3 of them in the refrigerator, that keeps the week interesting. And I don't try to think about the whole month or the next 2 weeks. I just try to get through the week. You know what I'm saying? Just get through the week. The vegetables are only going to last so long. So just try to get through eating all those veggies. And then you can worry about what you'll do next week and what you're in the mood for next week when it comes time to build your grocery list. Oh my gosh, it's 10:28 already. Holy cow. Awesome. Okay, so just a reminder, again, today in my online bookstore, I'm running a special for this live broadcast and all the people that watch this live broadcast. If you go over to my bookshop, you can get 10% off your entire order from starting today, Saturday, whatever day this is, to Monday, March. Golly, I even forgot what day March is. What is it? From today till March 12th, midnight, 2018. Go over to my bookshop, pick out all the PDFs that fills your heart, and you get 10% off the entire order when you use the discount code Eat More Greens, one word. You'll take that discount code and at the checkout there'll be a box to apply the discount, and you just type that in, one word, Eat More Greens. If you can't understand me, I've put the discount code underneath this video in the video description. All right. Judith says, I love your potato spinach bowl. Who says rice is the only way to do a bowl? Absolutely. I can do more with I can do just as much with potatoes as I can with rice. But I can get and the whole family likes rice. I was about to say something really blanket, but that's not true. I was about to lie to you. I love potatoes and rice. I can eat those all the time. I don't get bored eating potatoes and rice as a base. Not the only thing. There has to be other vegetables involved. Having potatoes and rice, again, ensures that I'm going to stay full. Okay? Gives me all the energy I need to stay full. But it's not enough. They're not enough. You got to pile on the greens. The greens are where those macronutrients are, and we've got to make sure we have plenty of those in our diet too. We need the whole symphony, not just one section, not just the horns. Well, that's the bean section. The beans are the horn section. That's good. But but we need the whole symphony. So anyways, be sure that when be sure on your journey that you're eating everything, having fun. You don't have to buy everything when you go to the grocery store. That's not what I'm saying at all. Find what you're craving for, what you have a craving for. Buy those things, enjoy those things through the week, and then move on to something different. Make the next week something different, because that's kind of how we roll anyways, right? We eat on one thing and then we kind of get tired of it, and then we're ready for something different. We're ready for a different kind of vegetable. Maybe we did potatoes all week, and then now it's like, okay, I'm done with the potatoes. Let's do some rice or something. Or let's do some whole grain pasta or something like that. So it's cool to change to change your diet. And it's also cool to feel like you can eat anything that's whole food, plant-based, and you're getting a nice balance of everything. You're going to be fine. You don't need to worry about whether you're getting enough protein or whether you're getting enough of natural fats, or you need to worry about you're getting the right macronutrients. You don't have to worry about that at all when you're eating whole food, plant-based. You just focus on eating those whole foods and have fun enjoying their flavors, and you'll be fine. All right, I'm going to let y'all go. Thank y'all for being on with me this morning. I will see y'all Tuesday night on Facebook. If there's anyone new here that doesn't know about our Facebook group on Tuesday nights, we have a private Facebook group called Jill McKeever Plant-Based Lifestyle Support. I get on there on Tuesday nights and we talk about life. That group is awesome. It's it's just really awesome. If you're new to the journey, or you're on your journey and you feel like you don't have a community a supportive community around you, physically around you, and you just kind of don't have one online either, I totally welcome you to, I want to invite you to join Jill McKeever Lifestyle Support, Plant-Based Lifestyle Support Group on Facebook. Go on over there, join. Annette will let you in the door and introduce yourself. We have over 9,000 members over there, and we do not judge. We do not judge. We are loving and supportive, and we like to help. And we'd love to have you over there. And we like to talk about life and its successes and challenges. Then we have a sister group on Facebook called Jill McKeever Plant-Based Recipe Hoarders, and over there we like to hang out and talk about recipes and cooking and appliances and all that good stuff. So if you want to join that group as well, that'll be awesome. You'll pretty much find the same people in both groups, so it's a lot of fun, lots and lots of fun. All right, now I'm going to really let you go. Be sure to thumbs up this video to let me know that you want more live broadcasts and more live chatting and getting to know each other, all that good stuff. And if you're new to my channel and you have not subscribed, please subscribe so that you will be notified the next time I go live. All right, I love y'all. Thanks for being on. Have a great weekend. Bye.